Oi, pessoal, tudo bem? Estou aqui para falar sobre o Cambly novamente. E dessa vez eu venho aqui elogiar todos os nossos ouvintes que seguiram a nossa sugestão de fazer uma aula com o Cambly e amaram. Todos eles estão mandando mensagem pelo Instagram, pelo inbox, por e-mail, dizendo que foi uma das melhores experiências da vida e agradeceram muito. Então, por isso, estou aqui para relembrá-los que vocês têm uma aula de graça com Cambly. Inglês no cru e Cambly se juntaram.
Clambley.
Se
Clambley
juntaram
voltou. Caraca, amor.
para dar para vocês uma aula de graça. Como que é feito? Muito simples. Vai no site cambly.com ou no aplicativo no seu celular, Cambly, e coloca referral code, que é o código, o cupom de desconto, inglês no cru, tudo junto e no diminutivo, tá? Quer dizer, diminutivo não. Não sendo em letras grandes, em letras pequenas. Eu não tô boa hoje, mas o que é muito bom é o Cambly. Vai lá, se inscreve e ganha uma aula de graça.
Good job, Alexia. And just one last thing. It is Cambly. C-A-M-B-L-Y.
Sim.
Não é Clambley. Não é nenhuma coisa assim. Cambly.com. C-A-M-B-L-Y.
Muito bem.
Muito bem.
Well done.
So, let's get on with the show. Oi, fala aí, pessoal. Bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome to another episode of English no Rádio. I'm here with
Alexia.
Alexia. How are we doing today?
We are doing just fine. Today's Sunday, right? We are recording.
I just said happy Monday, but we are recording this on Sunday because we are super prepared.
And we are at our trusted house sitter's house. We have Ma, one of the Frenchies, right next to us.
Yeah, don't say her name. She might wake up.
No, she's so sweet. She's my favorite,
Yes.
besides the puppy.
If you want to see a lot of pictures of Ma and the puppy and the 10 other dogs that live with us, you can go to our Instagram,
Yeah,
which
English
is
no cru.
primarily dogs nowadays. But we will also do some English every now and then.
Yeah. So, what are we talking about today?
Yeah.
Just a quick thing that I want to say.
Okay.
This weekend was so international for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We met some British people, South Africans,
Yeah.
Irish woman,
She was Scottish, I believe.
Scottish, and Australian couple.
Yeah. So can I correct you really fast?
Yes, of course.
Do you know what I'm going to correct you on?
Honestly, I don't.
Okay, so this is a mistake that I'm seeing a lot, and especially with our sound school students, because I'm giving them feedback today, which gives me the freedom to correct Alexia whenever I want. So, Alexia, when you have the AU combination, in general, this combination will make the aw sound in English.
So it wouldn't be Australians.
Yes.
Would be
so
Australian.
in general, I'm hearing you articulate both the ah and the oo sound because that's the way you associate these letters in your head, but we don't speak like that. So we don't say something else I hear you say a lot is laundry. You say laundry. Or lunch. You say lounge.
Yeah.
So just Australians.
Australians.
Yeah. Where's he from? He's from Australia.
He's from Australia.
Who is the guy that writes a book? The guy or girl?
Australian.
The author, who could be Australian.
Well, we never know. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let's get on with today's topic.
No, this was the English part. Now with the Portuguese language, we also met, how do you say Mozambique?
Yeah, someone from Mozambique.
Two people from Mozambique.
Yes, so you could say two Mozambicans, two people from Mozambique, Mozambicanos.
Moçambicanos.
Moçambicanos.
Sim.
É. E como está o português dele?
Well,
Como é que é?
his Portuguese was really hard to understand, but her Portuguese was perfect.
Yeah, I think both of their Portuguese, the way they speak, they were both perfect.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
no right or wrong way to speak Portuguese or English or any languages. All accents are beautiful. We do not discriminate based upon language here at English no Cru. Vamos.
Okay. So, am I correct? Are we talking about phrasal verbs today?
Yes, we are going to talk about phrasal verbs. And I kind of had a crazy idea, and I'm going to tell it to you right now, Alexia. So I was thinking a lot of people have been asking for specific episodes on specific things, like themes. So I was thinking with some specific topics, we could just do a week of episodes just on that topic.
Okay.
So, one of the most common questions that we receive is about phrasal verbs. So, I thought, well, let's do an entire episode.
Bah.
Let's do an entire week, rather, just on phrasal verbs. Does that sound good to you?
It's not my favorite subject, but yeah, let's do it.
Why is it not your favorite subject?
First of all, I understand why people find it so important to study. Second of all, I don't know when I'm using phrasal verb. I don't think about it. I don't know how to explain like
Yeah. So, I think this is a very important point is most Americans, I would say 95% of Americans have no idea what a phrasal verb is. So think about that.
yeah, that's true.
So if you are talking about phrasal verbs or if you're talking to an American about English, they probably will not know what phrasal verbs are. We don't study them in school. To be 100% honest, I did not learn what a phrasal verb was until like after 2 years of teaching English.
I mean, of course I learned, but it's not like, oh my god, now I am making this phrase and I had to put a phrasal verb in it. No, you just say it naturally. So when people understand that you have to be naturally to talk in English, to speak in English,
Mhm.
and don't think about should I need the phrasal verb in this specific sentence?
Yeah. Do I need?
Yeah, everything will be better.
Yeah. So, two things, maybe even three things, Alexia. First, a quick correction. This is another thing that I heard when I was giving you your feedback for Sound School is the word naturally. I almost hear you saying naturally. So, this is the ah sound. Repeat with me, Alexia. Vamos lá. Ah.
Ah,
Okay. So, you're not saying like pues and you're not saying like bed, red, right? So you're
right.
not saying cama, vermelho, nothing like that. You're saying nah.
Naturally.
Yes. So your mouth is very open and your tongue is pushed towards the front of your mouth. So imagine you're saying the word apple
Mm-hmm.
or disaster. You're not saying apple, disaster. That sounds very strange. So try to say the word naturally.
Naturally.
Yes. Try to say the word tragic.
Tragic.
Cat,
Cat.
hat,
Hat.
mad.
Mad.
I could tell Alexia is a little bit mad at me for correcting her.
No, I'm not.
Good. Great.
But I'll start talking in British accent.
Please don't. Okay, the second thing I wanted to mention, Alexia, is just a quick question. When was the last time you sat down and really studied English with like a pen and paper and said, I'm going to study phrasal verbs?
More than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I graduated when I was 18 years old. So it was more than 10 years ago.
So, what are you doing to improve your English? Your English is great, and I think it's getting better every day.
First of all, a lot of sound school. That's true. Cambly, that helps me a lot to talk to other people. And that's very, very true. and a lot of reading, a lot of speaking and talking to you in English, and a lot of Netflix without subtitles and things like that.
Yeah, but you don't consider that studying?
I do.
Yeah. So you said you have not like studied in the traditional sense of the word in 10 years? Honestly, I would say for my Portuguese, I only studied Portuguese, like in quotation studied, like really learned Portuguese for about 6 months. And I have not studied since then. Like I listen to a lot of Brazilian music. I speak to a lot of people in Portuguese. I give classes in Portuguese, but I don't sit down. I haven't opened a grammar book or anything like that in years.
Yeah, it's the same thing as I saying like, Foster, como que faz o pretérito do imperfeito em
Yeah,
português?
I've never heard Alexia ask that question. And even very common questions in English, you've never asked me.
Yeah,
Like, what is the difference between in and on?
yeah,
You've never said that to me.
no.
Yeah.
But well, this I have to practice more, but
Yeah. I think we will practice it right now because with phrasal verbs, you have two things. So, Alexia, do you know what the two different parts of a phrasal verb are?
yes, because we already had various episodes about it,
Yes.
and I know. Do you
Okay.
want me to say? Okay.
Yes.
So,
Tell me, please.
phrasal verbs is when you have a verb and a preposition.
Awesome. Okay. Yes. So people make phrasal verbs out to be these crazy, crazy things. But if you think about them in their most simple form, if you want to simplify the process, make it easier, it's just a verb with a preposition.
Yeah, just that.
Yes. Can you describe, or do you have a way to remember what a preposition is?
Uh,
Can you give me an example of a preposition?
in.
Yeah. So you know that in is a
Ah,
preposition. So I have mentioned this in previous podcast, but the way I learned about prepositions when I was just a young boy, a little boy, I'm still a young little boy, but when I was younger than I am today, is you can think about anything that a squirrel can do to a tree.
he can
So,
climb.
okay, no, that's a verb. To climb is a verb. So think about any like place or direction or location that a squirrel can be in relation to a tree. So you want to think about the squirrel's relationship with the tree. So a squirrel can be on the tree, in the tree, around the tree. A squirrel can be near the tree. A squirrel can be from the tree. Those are all prepositions.
From?
Yeah.
I don't understand this one. From.
The squirrel. Onde é o squirrel? A squirrel é da árvore.
Onde está o esquilo? O esquilo está na árvore. Is that right?
No, that would be where is the squirrel? The squirrel is
Yeah,
in the
that's
tree.
what I'm not understanding. Like the squirrel. Okay, but that's fine. I don't mind.
No, I'm saying you're asking where's the squirrel from? Like where was he born?
Yeah,
Yeah. So from is a preposition.
yeah.
Yeah.
From the tree. I don't agree with that, but that's fine.
How can you not agree with that?
I don't know. I'm thinking about.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't say where's the squirrel from? Oh, he's from South Carolina. I don't know if squirrels have that capacity to say, oh, well, I'm from the southeast of the U.S., but I've
From the
moved
White
around
House.
to get the... No, he's probably just going to think, I'm from the tree.
Okay.
Okay, so phrasal verbs, a combination of a verb. You can think of a verb as just as any action word, right? So run, walk, think, talk, make, do, all of these things that are creating action, those are verbs. Talking about the basics. The puppy is barking. So bark, to be, the verb to be is barking. We know these things, right? You know what a
Yes.
verb is.
Yes.
And you know more or less what a preposition is.
Yes.
Okay. So I think this is a great place to start with phrasal verbs. Is just remember it is a combination of words that consist of a verb and a preposition. Okay?
Okay. Perfect.
So this makes it a lot easier with prepositions because if you're constantly thinking about is it in, on, for, from, at, all of these things, it's really confusing. But if you hear me say, like, let me think of good phrasal verbs, like get up. What time did you get up today? Wake
Mhm.
up. Get out.
Mhm.
Those are all phrasal verbs. If you just hear me say those and you understand what I'm saying, then you don't have to memorize the prepositions and the relationship between the verb and the preposition. You just remember the phrase.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. Like, think about it, act naturally. Naturally. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And enjoy these episodes because this will help you a lot.
Yeah. It's really just hearing things in context and then repeating them.
Cool. Perfect. Can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah. So the next 4 episodes, we will talk about 4 different phrasal verbs, how to use them. I hope this beginning episode provided a little bit of review, revision. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent.
Cool. Perfect.
That is what my old golf coach always told me.
Oh.
Okay. So we will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. If you like what we do, if you want to support the show, please check out inglesnocru.com. At inglesnocru.com, you can find everything from the worksheets for these episodes to learn all of the best pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, real English, the way we speak it on the streets. You can also do personalized private coaching sessions with me in our pronunciation course, Sound School. Most importantly, keep up the good fight and lose well. Até já já.